audience, you might be listening to this in the the recap. But if not, hey, well, welcome. This is might be too long and might be its own separate video, but we shall see. We're doing the damage ladder as promised because we had some hiccups this last season.
Plenty of hiccups determining the level of damage we assign to things we see.
Hmm. Yeah, true. We don't have hiccup.
I don't think it really comes up.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't think hiccup has
All right,
come
you
up, but
scared me.
yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to use a word that's not on the list that we use for damage because we didn't. It's not damaging in the podcast that we had a few hiccups. It's just it came up in conversation more than it usually did, and we finally decided it was long past time that we order our words.
Yeah. Keep us all on the same track. Keep you all on the same track.
Yeah, and then I'll have to have this chart up when we're doing the podcast from now on because
There will be a
I'm gonna want to try and
long learning period.
exactly because we're gonna be
At least for
trying
me.
to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave this chart up whenever I'm doing the podcast now because it's gonna be
Handy.
it's a good thing that it'll all be in order and that when we say something like flaw, the audience and us will know what we mean when we say that, but it's gonna be a while to learn it.
Yes. Yep. That's the plan.
That is the plan. So, I mean, I guess we could just. Do we want to just start with going through the words and deciding? You want to name each word first, or do we want to eliminate words before we even start? How are we feeling?
I don't think we should eliminate to start.
We
I
should
think we
list them
just
all first.
list them
All
and
right.
then go through them.
Okay. In that case, I will read them off. We have problem, comes up a lot. Issue also comes up a lot. Nick also comes up a lot. Nitpick also comes up. Muddles come up a couple times. Hitch, I think maybe once. Snag, complication, hurdle, flaw, minor, and I think that's the majority.
Yeah,
That's the
minor
list we
being
have.
an add-on to like it's a minor issue, a minor nitpick. It's an
Yeah,
additive.
it's an additive, so it does come up a lot, but should be there.
All right.
Um,
Then
well, let's start with what have we typically you think have been using to like as a very weak problem, like a weak issue with the film. I know, not the word issue, but like what's the word that's been used to describe something that's still technically something is wrong, but in your mind, what's been the weakest one?
for me, it's been nitpick. That's kind of been the bottom barrel of any damage we've been applying to me, anyways.
Um, it's kind of a difficult question to start with being on square one right now. I'm somewhat in agreement with nitpick. I do think it's lower, but I don't know how we should be viewing this. We have what 11 words total. Should we think of this of like 1 to 11? Should we think of this as like a percentage thing, like 10%, 20%, like how damaging something is? Should we think about it like we only have 5, cut it in half? Like,
Actually, yeah, you bring up a good point. I think we should eliminate before we order things because I don't think we need all 11 of these.
Yeah. Um, in that case, any words that you guys think we should eliminate right out the gate?
Hitch and muddle come to mind.
there's 11 words.
I'd agree with Hitch. I use well, I guess I don't really use muddle. I use middling, don't I? And that's not necessarily an objective flaw.
Yeah, muddle, like, that scene was muddled. That isn't really like a descriptor of how bad it is. It's just it was
It's a general
yeah,
descriptor, not necessarily like pointed identification.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm for muddle and hitch for sure for me.
I'm fine getting rid of those. Looking at this list of 11, I think I only want 4 words.
Let's see, I'm leaning I think towards 5.
I
Yeah, I'm leaning
am
5.
leaning towards 5 as well, I think.
Ah. For me, the only time I'd ever use, well, first off, muddle, never use muddle. Only time I'd use hitch is if we're covering hitch, which I don't think will be for a very, very, very long time, if ever.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I
We
guess
got
just the obvious ones that I'll throw out for my 5 is problem, issue, nitpick, and flaw would be my 5th one.
yeah. I think that's kind of the 5 I'm leaning towards as well. Problem, issue, nitpick, and flaw. I could hurdle in complication, but I don't see the I don't necessarily I don't think we use complication all that much because that also comes across as more of a general descriptor, I think.
No, I think convenience overtakes complication. That's the word.
Yeah. Yeah, convenience is something we definitely apply liberally, but the reason it's not on this list is because convenience could probably be applied to any words that we choose. Like it's a
You
uh,
could have a convenience that's a problem for the movie, or you could have a convenience that's a nitpick for a movie. It's a word that can span the whole ladder.
Oh, great.
yeah.
With that, then also, I think minor falls in that same ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. That's why I didn't put it in my 5, but I think it was worthy to be on the list. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
And your 4
And what's your
strengths?
My
four
4 are
strengths?
in yours. Funny
I
enough.
figured as much.
Yeah.
Was flaw the
All right.
one not in it?
No, I think
So I
nitpick
get
and
to
nick are one and the same.
Interesting. Because I definitely hold Nick over nitpick. I don't really use them interchangeably.
uh, yeah. I I'll admit the first 100 or so of the podcast I probably use them interchangeably. Then I probably put Nick above Nitpick at some point and stopped using them interchangeably. And I think it was just over a period of time I wanted to start uh, attempting to understand the words that that I'm using to keep myself consistent.
Like the way I use them in my head, anyways, is nitpick. If we're looking at a concrete ball, weird analogy, but we have a concrete ball. A nitpick is a scratch, doesn't even penetrate the concrete ball. It's just a scratch on the surface. A nick is when you actually chip into the concrete. That's when there's a bit more applied to it. That's how I've been utilizing it. The objective concrete ball, I guess, or subjective, whatever.
All right, I haven't
But
swayed. I see him still as the same. I guess whatever's chosen above or below, I probably won't use it.
Ryder, how for keeping them separate are you?
I'd prefer to keep them separate. And I've been, like I said, I've been using them separately for the last over 60 episodes of the podcast. So, as separate words.
Okay. Well, I think having 5 is okay. It's not a large number, so I think that works.
Sure, yeah, 5 works. Way smaller than 11.
That's true.
So with
Uh,
the 5 we have, is nitpick bottom barrel from the ones we have?
I think so.
Okay.
yeah.
And then by proxy, Nick would be up above that for. Spring seeing them as the same.
Now things get a
And
little interesting.
So we got
yeah,
I have
issue,
been
problem,
using
and flaw.
Yeah, I have been using flaw and issue, I think, interchangeably.
these are ones I know I've been inconsistent on since it's
Yeah.
been brought up in the season. Is
Yes.
I've not been consistent on which one's the top, being problem or issue. Flaw, I think I'd have below problem and issue.
Interesting. I think flaw's top spot for me.
You wanna pitch the reason?
If something's an objective issue, it can be dwindled out and resolved some way. Same with problem. If there's a problem, a solution can be found. A flaw, I think, is unequivocally placed in that has been picked up, which is like top dog. Like that is either a subjective flaw or an objective flaw. It seems like the hardest sense of negativity with that word opposed to problem and issue.
I Can you give me examples, Spriggs? It might be a little bit off the
Uh,
cuff here, but if you could give me an example of like what would a problem and an issue be to you, and then a flaw, I think that would help clear it up for me.
uh, all that's really come to
'Cause
mind, not as specific, but what's come to mind is like something in the film is like, okay, that's a problem. It's not shown, it's not stated. They could have written that in, whatever, but there's like a behind the scenes or something that was cut where it was resolved. It was situated, but it was just cut out because of like timing, pacing, whatever have you. But there was elements to the story and the filmmaking process of it where it wouldn't have been. A flaw, however, is there is nothing. They have nothing set to resolve whatever is taking place on screen. There's no behind the scenes. There's no way around it. There's no previous thing, no after thing. It's to me just flat out flaw. They didn't think about it.
Okay. With that, then, I think I might be in more of agreement with you, Springs.
Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm fine with issue being like third here and flaw being above it, but problem to me feels more like a problem. Feels like a more of an impact of a word. A flaw feels light. It doesn't feel like it's harsh. Like
Well,
Springs was saying, it's like the harshest word on here.
I think it's easier to solve a problem than it is to solve a flaw.
Well, I don't agree. I mean, it's all on the application of the word. Like, um, if your car,
I'm gonna break out the Tolkien Oxford Dictionary. Hold on, I actually want to compare.
like if your car has a dent in it from production, so it's a production flaw, all you have to do is buff it out. That's a solution to a flaw. But it's really the application of the words that have meaning behind it. If a
All right,
car had
I'm
a
sold.
problem to the engine, then that could be more costly than a flaw on the exterior.
I'm sold. Someone gets in a shootout, they have a flawed gun, kills someone. Oh man, the gun's flawed, whatever. No, what you actually have is you have a problem on your hands. You got murder. That's way more severe.
All right, I think that's actually a better analogy. Okay,
All right.
so we have problem, flaw, issue, nitpick.
Think so.
I'm good
Yeah.
with that. If
All
I
right.
can
Let's
stick
see.
with it through the the coming podcasts.
A problem is a difficult or demanding question, according to the Oxford Dictionary. And then
Can be
there's a
difficult, but can
flaw.
still be found.
Yeah. Flaw is a defect, imperfection, or fault.
Aha. Oh, it's a fault. Flat out. Problem can be solved.
I don't know if that's going to sway any minds because it doesn't matter. It is our ranking system,
Oh,
so
it's
we
so
can ignore
close.
the
It's
Oxford
fine for
Dictionary.
me.
All right, and then I guess that's the order,
All right.
unless there's
So
any changed
problem,
opinions.
yeah. So problem, flaw. No, no, yeah. Problem, flaw, issue, nitpick. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Getting that sorted in my head.
Yeah. Piffin. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's no good word for it.
Piffin. Yeah, I guess it would be Piffin.
Piffin. I don't know. There's the one between problem and flaw that starts with a U. I think it'd be puffin.
We can think of funny ways to combine them. That'll be funny.
The peefin.
The P-fin. All right.
I don't know. You guys got a problem with this?
Nope.
No,
Do you
I
have
don't
any
even have
nit?
a flaw with
I got a
this.
nitpick. I got a nitpick, but it's fine.
Oh, he's got a nitpick. Well, get it out. Now's the time.
No. It's not a real one. We're fine.
No, well, he's lying. Cool. I have a nitpick with that.
Yes. Yeah.
I think we have a flaw if we have no meaning behind these words and we just lie about them all the time.
All right. Well, it's letting you know,
It's true.
let us know if you think this makes sense.
Honestly, or if you think we should add a word, I'd be curious to see what you guys come up with.
And feel free to place your bets on who's going to trip up the most. My bets are on me.
It's crimson.
It's gonna be it's gonna be probably in order. It's probably gonna be Crimson, me, then Sprinks.
Yeah.
That'd probably be
I
mine.
feel like I'm going to use nitpick, issue, and problem. That's it. I feel like nick and flaw I'll rarely use.
Probably, because I feel like I've rarely used flaw. But now it has more meaning, so maybe I'll use it more. All right. Well, I guess that's it for the damage ladder. Stay tuned to when that becomes relevant.